Most people have been using these 10 types of packaging incorrectly all their lives without realizing it. Some of them are easier ways to use the packaging, and some of them are packaging tricks that manufacturers have deliberately incorporated but which almost nobody knows about. The first trick involves water ice packaging, because if you don't have any scissors with you to cut them open, you will probably always try to open them somehow with your teeth. But there is a much easier method. Grab the water ice at both ends and bend it once in the middle. This causes the packaging to pop open, and you can open it quickly and easily. And you will certainly be familiar with the perforated side on the back of such battery packs, where you can open the whole thing quickly and easily. But there is an even more ingenious trick, because if you have now removed the batteries, there are usually still some inside. They can easily fall out here. To prevent this from happening, you should simply fold the top part over, and you can now push the tab that you opened at the back into this gap until it is in at the top. This is because the battery packaging is completely sealed. Nothing can fall out. There are two ways in which people open such candy packaging. Either you do the whole thing here on the side and pull it away sideways, leaving a small opening, or you try to pull it apart at the top on both sides. There is a much more ingenious method. If you take a closer look at this part here, where the whole thing is usually hung up in the supermarket, you only have to pull this tab once and you can open it quickly and easily from top to bottom. A snack box like this also has a little secret function that almost nobody knows about. Of course, you know that you can simply open it along its entire length, but if you take a closer look at the individual parts, you'll see that in the middle part, where the nuts are, there's simply a bowl that you can take out. And that has a very ingenious background. When this extra tray didn't exist, many customers complained that the nuts always arrived at their homes broken. Thanks to this tray, that no longer happens. And you have the option of simply removing the bowl and hiding it from the others. This feature really surprised me, and I simply overlooked it for decades. If you just want to take out a Tic Tac, it's usually not that easy and several come flying out. The secret function is already integrated in the lid if you take a closer look at this compartment. All you have to do is tilt the whole thing sideways, open the lid, and you will find a single Tic Tac in this small compartment which you can easily remove. These cream packs are usually sealed again under the lid. And how do you open this little seal now? If you have always used a knife to do this, then you have never taken a closer look at the packaging, because there is a function that is already integrated in the lid. Because if you take a look at the lid, you will find a small point on the other side. So all you have to do is press the lid onto the tube the wrong way round, and you can easily open the seal, and then you can use the cream. If you want to pour in milk and it splutters and you perhaps even spill a little, there is a much easier method. All you have to do is simply turn the milk carton upside down and tip it this way. What feels wrong at first turns out to be much easier than if you do it the normal way. This is because the air can flow into the top of the packaging and you ensure that it doesn't start to puddle. If you have one of these soy sauce packets with a red lid, then you probably know that you don't have to unscrew it but can tip it out through this small hole. But the hole has another function. There is also a hole on the other side. And if you keep it closed, no soy sauce will come out. Only when you let go of the hole does it simply run out the other side until you hold your finger on the hole again. So you can measure it out perfectly. And that really shocked me. Because when you eat toffee, do you always take them out of the packaging and then have problems getting the individual small toffees out because they are sometimes very stuck in the packaging? Then at some point you took the packaging and simply squeezed it out from underneath. Most of the time you already had pretty greasy fingers. All you have to do is press in on these two parts and then the toffee comes up and you can pull it out. This way you can easily get every single toffee out of the packaging at any point. And such a cotton pad packaging has two ingenious functions. You don't have to open most of them at the top, which many people still do. You can open them at the bottom at a point that is already pre-perforated for this purpose. In some cases, it even tells you to open them here. However, some packaging does not say so. Simply open the packaging here. With the top ribbon, you can now hang it on the wall somewhere in your bathroom, and then you can simply pull out one of the cotton pads at the bottom whenever you need one, and the next ones will slide straight in from the top. In the video you see on the screen now, I also show you 13 things that almost everyone has always done wrong. See if you are one of them by clicking on the video now.